Hi, welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, please do consider clicking that subscribe button so I can make more quality content. If people subscribe, I can make more Duel Links content and I can focus more on Duel Links, and it's a win-win situation really. I mean, if you don't like what I'm going to put out or you don't like my personality, I mean, yeah, I know it's impossible, but you never know. Then you can unsubscribe whenever you want without wasting any more time. Sorry, I had to get it out. We have TGs. Are they a secret tier 0 for the KC Cup? Okay, so here's the deck. I know it's not not the same as the usual TG deck, but like we chose to play a TG Jet Falcon instead of more Rush Rhinos and Cyber Magician. I think that Jet Falcon is better potentially because you can use it with Catapult Dragon to get your second turn Quarion much more consistently. Actually, you can go, if you have Catapult, Falcon and Striker, you can go into a Quarion or a Black Rose, whereas if you have only Rush Rhino, Cyber Magician and a Werewolf, you can go only into Quarion. You can't go into Black Rose. And you want to have the option to go into Black Rose because sometimes you have to deal with the back row. You don't draw into your True Nades or MSTs or Lance. So I do prefer having the option to go into Black Rose. Triple TG Striker, that's pretty standard. Triple Werewolf, that's also standard. Triple Catapult Dragon is standard. I chose to play one Drillfish instead of the Booster Raptor because with the Drillfish you can also special summon it and you can also use it with the Screw Serpent. But also you have the other effect where you can potentially, if you're limited into going into your synchros, you can use its other effect to get rid of the, for an example, Roach. So yeah, I'm playing 2 Jet Falcon because we don't need a Werewolf to go into the Quarion. We can just have the Falcon instead. I'm playing 2 Screw Serpent. I mean, I only have 2, but I think it's better to actually play with only 2 because you don't want to have it on the first turn, you want to have it as a follow-up. Also, I'm playing 1 Rush Rhino because, well, you can, with Rush Rhino, you can get rid of the Dweller and the Roach as well. Double MST, double True Nade to get rid of the back row, and I'm also playing 1 Forbidden Lance. I also thought about playing Cosmic, and I do change it from time to time, but Forbidden Lance is actually good against Book or something. Like you can set your Forbidden Lance if you draw it on your first turn, and then his 1 Book of Moon won't stop your Quarion or your Black Rose. Okay, so here's the extra deck. Like it's classic 2 Star Guardian, 1 Squire to pop the monster. You can also pop the back row if needed. Hammer, the Conquering Bow, is great to make double attacks to go potentially into lethal plays. Quarion and Black Rose to create a very oppressive turn 1 board where you can get rid of the opponent's whole board. And then you can go into, in the second turn you can go with the Hammer with the Screw Serpent to go for lethal. I also chose to play as my 7th card Zeta instead of Sam Destroyer because Zeta can potentially, if he does have a Book of Moon after my first turn setup and I don't have the lens, then I can go make a Zeta and I don't lose that turn because he has to go with, for an example, if he goes with Harpies Cyber Slash, you can bounce with Zeta, so he has to put it in defense, and then if he has Slash in defense, then he can push for lethal that turn. And also it's good against automats if they have a Book of Moon. You can also just summon Zeta instead of your Black Rose and instead of your Quarion, and then you have pretty decent defense to hopefully survive for a turn. And that's it, that's the deck list. I think it's a better build potentially than with the Cyber Magician, because yeah, like I said, you're not limiting yourself to only quarion plays, you're also leaving the possibility for a Black Rose. And yeah, that's the in my opinion the optimal deck list. You might, if you have play a Book of Moon, I'm free to play, so I don't have one, but yeah, that's basically the best build in my opinion right now. Honestly, I think it's a very good deck. I think it's overlooked by many because most people are like to play the best decks and the top tier resonators or whatever, but TGs can do the work and can put in the work against every top tier deck right now. But there are not many rogue lovers like me that try to push it on with the TGs. So that's why it's not represented as much on the competitive scale, but I assure you that it will be played in the KC Cup that's coming up. I mean, it's fast, it's consistent, it's oppressive, like in 2 turns it's probably over, and yeah, it's a generally decent rogue deck. Okay, so enough of that, let's go into duels and let's show some plays. Also, sorry if I'm a little bit weird talking. English is not my nature language, and yeah, this is my first video, so
I shall duel you. A duel without mercy.
okay, so we're going first and we don't have the optimal hand at all. That's great for the first duel. But yeah, let's see what we can do.
I summon a monster in attack position. My monster's effect activates.
I'll just turn off the voice lines. What is this? Search for a field spell. Okay. Okay. Well, as you might discover, Fire Kings can be a bad matchup if they are playing hand traps, and we can assume he is playing hand traps because he's playing a U-Bell, so it's probably allured by darkness, and he probably has a sphere or a Kytroid. So the best thing, in my opinion, right now is to MST, maybe, is to set up for a quarion. But how do we do that? We can go into a level 5 and into Rhino Beatdown. Okay, so let's grab a seven. Okay, let's grab a drillfish. Okay, so screw into the drillfish. I don't know, I'm tempted to go for a Hama lethal, but you know, if he has hand traps, and it's probable that he does have hand traps because he has 2 cards, yeah, it might not be the best idea. Okay, what do we do? Do we add the screw for the next turn? You know what, it's the first duel, who cares? Okay, so MST to get rid of his whole field, basically. We have the catapult. We can also set up for a black rose on his turn, but I'm in a mood for for a risk. Yeah, Screw Serpent can change the level, so we can go into a level 8 and push for game. Maybe set that Trunade for intimidation. And let's see. And yeah, just like that. Okay, so we have the optimal, maybe not the optimal hand, but a pretty decent hand. Okay, so flight control. We don't need the drillfish. And let's grab the werewolf. You want to have the werewolf instead of the what's it called? The falcon, because with werewolf you can go with the Screw Serpent in the next turn for if there will be and if there will be a next turn, you go in for the level 7 synchro plays. Now the question is, do we set the MST or not? I'ma actually keep it. Who cares? I mean, okay, so what are our options now? We have a quarion where whenever we want, we have a black rose or we have a Zeta. And I think that's a good setup for the first turn. And yeah, that's what TGs do. Oh, we're playing against our tier 1. If he doesn't have a Book of Moon, it's literally over. We just quarion and he loses. Okay, so for the next turn we want to grab any of our TGs to go to search Screw and then go for game. It's the end of the main phase. If we allow it, if he doesn't have hand traps, it's a GG. If we allow it and he destroys our TG striker, we get a search and that's a GG. So yeah, go ahead, my dude. Yep, and just like that. He thought I'd go into quarion already, but yeah, they literally don't have any play. If he doesn't draw into his Book of Moon, we'll see right now if he does even have one. But if he doesn't draw into his Book of Moon or a Chalice or whatever, then it's pretty much over. So yeah, he actually did have triple Book of Moon. What the? This guy is pissed right now. He had triple Book of Moon, he didn't draw any. So yeah, we did get lucky a bit, but it is what it is. It's time to duel. Bruno. This is actually the the anime duel. But it seems like Yusei forgot to bring his real deck. Yeah, I should have turned that off. Now he knows. I mean, yeah, you could probably assume if I'm playing Antonomy. I mean, Bruno. Okay, so how do we go through the slash? If we drew into our if he doesn't have back row, yeah, that's why Lance is the worst option, because if he does have back row, he can still bounce equal Lance. Yep. So let's see what we draw, and then we'll think of the play. Okay. So I'm thinking about potentially going for a black rose, and then maybe, let's see. Yeah, if it goes through, then we could have potentially game. Yeah, I'll consider putting in the Cosmic instead of Lance. That would be amazing. I mean, in this situation. So I think that we should grab a Werewolf, because with Screw Serpent we can summon this and then summon Werewolf, and then we have lethal. But my Black Rose just needs to get through. Okay, now's the time. If he doesn't do anything, it's over. Yep, just like that, my dude. Just like that, my G. There's nothing he can do now if he doesn't have a monster negate in the back row. What a loser. It's time to send Yusei back to Fortnite. Just kidding, back to the Shadow Realm. Okay, so look, we'll be real quick. We switch up the Jet Falcon for the Screw Serpent. Screw Serpent into the Striker. That triggers the Werewolf. We go into a level 7. We go into a level 7. Let's go into Zeta. And now just Screw Serpent, change the level, and we have a level 8, and that's GG. And there's nothing he could do, really. He should have maybe bounced my monster before. Maybe he didn't expect the Black Rose, but yeah. That's the good thing with rogue decks. You can't really expect. You don't know what to expect. You don't know how they work or anything. And yeah, it's a great first. It's incredible first turn deck. If the player doesn't have any book or chalice, and it could be a great turn 2 deck if you draw into your back row removal and if the player doesn't have any disruption. I see many people using like only 2 Tronade and that's it, that's the only back row they have, and I mean it could be good, I mean in tournaments it could be good, but then you have to take the back row because you're going to have to play some back row in the side deck. Okay, so we do have our Jet Falcon, but we don't want it. Jet Falcon is only a substitute for the Werewolf, so we're just gonna return it back. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. And let's grab our catapult. And you know the plays, we got the Screw Serpent for next turn. That's gonna be lit. That's gonna be lit, my dog. The blue-eyes player is thinking of scooping. Oh, he might not be. He might not play even blue eyes. He has 7 cards in his extra deck. And yeah, that's the board. That's what the deck is all about. So let's see what he's playing. Even he's playing something else. He's not playing blue eyes for sure. You can see. Okay, interesting. Very interesting. Is he going to bait us with... Okay. DDDs. Against DDDs, you want to go in for a quarion. And a DDD matchup is actually, in my opinion, an easy game. Because he has to go in with his monsters and put his monsters in the graveyard. We just quarion and win on the next turn. This literally should be it. This should be game. Okay, so just quarion right now. I don't really play DDs and double Ds, and it's not a very popular deck, so I'm not sure if this is the correct play. But I think it should be. I mean, look how much resources he just spent. And yeah, it seems like that is it. I'm going to even go for Zeta, just in case. I could have just not do anything. What is this? You can send... Okay. There is no way. There is no way. There is no way you're that dumb, my dude. Now we're gonna finish him off with his monster. Just choose. Go in for slime. No. Yep, and that's it. And that's basically it. That's it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. We did have a good run. Please subscribe if you know. That will help me tremendously. Blah. That will help me a lot with my channel. And yeah, stick around if you're interested in more videos like this, and write me down below what you want to see from me. I will be posting some videos about free-to-play stuff, and I'll probably do something which most Duel Links channels on YouTube don't do. I don't know, maybe talk about the KC Cup and stuff like that. We'll see. So yeah, write in the comments what do you think, and write in the comments what content do you want. I'll do the videos that you enjoy doing. And that's it for this one. See you in the next one. Bye.